My name is Peter Robetz with Catamaran Central, and I'd like to encourage you to spend just a couple minutes of your day with me as I show you around one of the most amazing new listings that I have. This is a 2006 Passport Vista 515. To say that she needs to be seen to be believed, it really holds true. To say that she's been upgraded with an open checkbook is really the case. She is absolutely amazing. This is a Bluewater capable boat that can also ply the waters of the Gulf because she has an ICW friendly mast. She also has a shoal-draft keel. She is Bluewater capable like you just can't believe. So she can be in the Gulf, she can be in the Atlantic, she can be in the Mediterranean. She has a huge 2200 watt solar array on a custom solar arch that's workmanship, again, is unbelievable. A large 1500 amp hour lithium power bank, all by Victron. Dual inverters, a water maker by Spectra, a full redundant suite of new electronics, Raymarine and Garmin. She has radar, AIS, Predict Wind Data Hub, Starlink, Apple TV. There's not a checkbox that he didn't mark off. He did the standing rigging, pulled the mast, pulled the boom, had those painted. Again, new standing rigging, new bottom paint. Again, just over and over and over again, he has kept this boat up. I had a chance to sell her to this gentleman a number of years ago, and to see her now and what he has done to her is really, really remarkable. She's a 2-cabin, 2-head boat, which means that each cabin has a large in-suite head with its own separate shower stall. And you know, if you've listened to me before, I hate showering with my toilet, and you don't have to on this boat. She just is amazing. She is Bluewater capable, yet ICW friendly, and again, she has the lithium, she has the solar, she has the water maker, she has the new electronics. She is safe, secure, and stylish, and ready to take you on your next adventure. Have a look around with me today and tell me if you agree that this is not one unbelievable boat. So coming downstairs now into the interior of this great boat, off to the port side is a nav station that is truly a nav station that you just don't see much anymore. Very comfortable, custom leather covered, which does match the cushions in the rest of the boat. You'll see here in just a second. But controls for the water maker, the Fusion stereo, Starlink, the Predict Wind Data Hub, a very well laid out electrical panel, electrical breakers, dual redundant navigation systems, one Raymarine, one Garmin, autopilot controls, etc. Again, very functional as a nav station, but could also work well if you're one who likes to work from the boat. And passing then to the mid portion of the saloon, large, beautiful table. And this bench is on tracks that you can see there, which slides back to give more room. And this table does drop down to make a double berth. I can't tell you how beautiful the joinery is on this boat. This is all done by hand by skilled shipwrights. Truly remarkable. The wood is in absolutely impeccable condition. We're going forward now. There's an ice maker here on the starboard side, a big refrigerator here, which is kind of nice. You can keep beverages, etc., so you can stay out of the way of the chef if they're cooking. Inside here is access to the mast. This is access to the head, which functions as a day head from coming through here, but it's also the ensuite head for the VIP, which is forward here. So you can see this is on the center line, big queen size bed, lots of headroom, nice sink here, Tecma heads, which are both saltwater and freshwater flush, and a separate stall shower. Storage is absolutely everywhere. They have left no space unused on this boat. And again, you can see it, but the wood is remarkable. Something you just don't see much in today's day and age. Nice big leather covered settee over on the starboard side. You You can see the steps that I just came down. This tilts up and gives you easy engine access to the front side of the engine. And there's an ingenious mechanism. You open this cabinet here, there's a screw knob, and you can see there's a seam here, but this entire cabinet opens to give you access to the side of the engine. Nice double basin sink that has a freshwater and saltwater foot pump. Stove, 3 burners with an oven, refrigerator and freezer, and they each have the option of opening from the top so as to maintain the cold air inside, or open from the front. Plenty of headroom. I've mentioned this before. I am not quite 6'1", and I have in the salon here, and I'm not exaggerating, I can barely touch the ceiling in the salon. Huge Lexan windows that have been upgraded. These are 13 millimeters thick, and there are additional emergency storm covers that attach to the outside should you find yourself in that situation. But for a monohull sailboat, you just don't see this kind of visibility from inside and this kind of headroom. Really a beautiful space to entertain and live in. So now I'm passing back to the stern of the boat. There's a large combination microwave, convection oven, microwave oven here. That is a full-size, household-size appliance. The master then is also on the center line, queen-size berth, lots of headroom. In this room, again, I'm not touching my head at all, so it has over 6 feet at least of headroom. Storage lockers, hanging lockers that are proper in that you can actually hang a shirt and it doesn't fold in half against the side of the hull. Really, really beautiful. There's a dressing area with a mirror and drawers underneath the bed. Again, cabinets absolutely everywhere. Lots of natural light and ventilation. And passing now from the master into its ensuite head, there's another Tecma toilet. So passing through then in the shower, behind these doors is the Splendide washer-dryer combo. And then access to the manifold for the fuel, the Fisher Panda generator into sound enclosure, I guess it would be backside of the engine. You can see that this is incredibly well maintained. That's a dry bilge prop shaft, 11-gallon hot water heater, Seagull water purification system, and again a very, very well laid out fuel system management. This boat holds 250 gallons of diesel. And now moving to the outside of BluePearl. Just a beautiful boat. The owner of BluePearl has thoughtfully modified this system in the back, so he's reduced the height of the ladder, which allows you to put the ladder down with the dinghy still up. So if you wanted to be swimming, etc., you don't need to put the dinghy down to use the ladder. Also, these are fold-up swim platforms or swim transoms that you can put down and deploy at anchor for a snorkeling spot, and also for easy on and off with the dinghy. You can see the AB dinghy, 20 horsepower Tohatsu with less than 5 hours on it. This is what's considered to be a Solent rig. It has in-mast furling, a staysail, which is a 110, and a Genoa, which is a 130. All of these lines lead to aft. The boat is also rigged with a extra halyard should you want to add a code 0 or an asymmetric spinnaker disc. But there's a 2-to-1 halyard that is already on the boat. And you can see here this staysail is on its own self-tacking track here. Really handy for night sailing, storm sailing, short-handed sailing, etc. Nice big cockpit. You can see these are really stoutly built boats. These are Anderson electric winches. Nice, comfortable, and safe center cockpit boat. Big Lixan windows, door aids for ventilation. This mast was taken off as well as the boom, repainted when they redid the rigging just a couple of years ago. Running rigging's new, standing rigging's new. This boat has been absolutely maintained with, and I'm not exaggerating, but an open checkbook. I know you've heard it before, but that's the truth on this boat. Nice big windlass, 2 different anchors. You have one of them is a claw, and then the other is an ultra stainless steel anchor. Not only do you have control of the windlass here at the bow, but you also have it in the cockpit with a chain counter there. I mentioned it in the listing, but he removed the traditional lifelines and had them replaced with solid stainless steel custom solid railings at the top for peace of mind and security when you're at sea. Large, comfortable, and safe cockpit. Solar panels up on top of this roof. There is a full enclosure for this as well. It's stowed away for the summer. And you've got louver doors for ventilation, and there are also Lexan inserts for that as well. Nice, clean, and clear isinglass. Custom nav pod. I'll drop around here. This is a folding wheel, so this Lumar can fold, making it a little bit easier to get through. Again, just like below, you have a Garmin and a Ray Marine Axiom. So in this instance, he has the Garmin set up with all of his engine information, etc., RPMs, oil pressure, temperatures, autopilot, which is new, the chain counter and anchor retrieval and deployment, as well as the bow thruster control here with a joystick. On behalf of Catamaran Central, I'm Peter Obetz, and I want to thank you for spending just a couple minutes of your day with me looking around this great 2006 Passport Vista 515. She's ready for your next adventure. You'll arrive safely and in style in this Bluewater cruiser that really needs to be seen to be believed. So you know the drill. You can text me, you can call me, you can send me an email. But just do something and come see her today. She's located at Twin Dolphin Marina in downtown Bradenton, Florida. Thanks and have a great day.